It was kind of confusing and it was kind of a shock because I assumed that I'm just sharing myself every day. We've got our side salad, our leftover buffalo chicken pizza. Right. I am having lunch right now and I'm very excited for this lunch. I wasn't sure what to make because I knew I had leftover pizza, but it was just one slice and I know that's not going to be enough for me. And then I realized I have so much lettuce, you know, side salad, perfect. I made it with like a sort of my go-to dressing at the moment, which is Dijon mustard, maple syrup, a little bit of water, and I'm missing something. It's like 4 parts. It's Dijon mustard, olive oil, that's what it is, maple syrup, and a little bit of water, and that's it. I'm very excited. I am so hungry. So fresh, so good. This pizza I've been making so often. Anyway, welcome to this vlog. If you didn't know, my name is Sarah from piesnprose, and welcome or welcome back. I kind of wanted to do a chill and laid back studio vlog, mainly because it's been a while. I haven't really sat down and just turned the camera on and had a little bit of a chat with you. It's been a little bit more of formal videos recently, and I kind of wanted to catch you up with what's going on in my life. There are a few things going on. We are planning to move from an apartment here in NYC to a house, and it's just, we haven't officially started yet, like seeing houses, but it's been a process since late of 2020, well, half of 2020 almost. We technically started in August. Back in August, we established this is it. We're going to purchase a house. We need to spend the next year, you know, gathering up everything that we need in order to do that. And the reason why we started in August of 2020 is because our lease for the apartment is up in August of 2021. We're August, September. And so we wanted a full year to do all of the planning. And the first thing that we needed to do was start a good solid savings. And so of course you can't do anything if you don't have enough savings to get started. Of course you can dream that you want a house, but at the end of the day they want to see some money. So it's now January and we are super excited that we finally saved up enough to make an offer or make offers, I don't know, on houses. And so February, in a few weeks, I would say about 3 weeks, is when we're going to start making offers, going and visiting houses and seeing like an actual house and making offers depending on what we find. And I'm so excited because it's just 3 weeks away. We've come so far from August, and there were several years of planning from before this, so we're not just jumping in it from last year. I can't believe it because it's so soon, and I feel like August wasn't that far away. I feel like we just started prepping and saving money, and now here we are getting ready to make offers, and it's a lot. It's a lot. You can look at Zillow for ever and ever, but when you're actually contacting people and saying, hey, can I see this house? You're like, oh my god, am I really doing this? I am so excited to say that I even have a savings right now. It blows my mind. Probably vlog or something about it. And I did promise my Instagram followers that I would keep them updated on the open houses and share pictures of them. I think it's a good idea to take photos when we're there so that I can kind of see what photos look like when I'm in that space, because of course photography and photos are a huge part of my business. So it's gonna happen on my Instagram if you're interested. I know some people are curious about like buying a house in New York or in New York City, and I will say we might not be staying in New York City. Of course, our jobs are here, our life is here, and so ideally we'd like to stay in New York City, but we might venture out into the outskirts. We are open to doing that, but once we get closer to knowing, I will update you on that. But yeah, we might be leaving New York City, and I have never left New York before, so it's gonna be an interesting time, to say the least. This dressing is addictive. If you like Dijon dressing, or if you like something that tastes like honey mustard, you gotta try this. You might have also seen that I was preparing a loaf of bread earlier in the vlog. It's gotta rest for like 3 to 4 hours, so I will insert a photo on how it turns out. If it turns out alright, I will link the recipe in the description. I'm gonna finish this up. My salad's like almost done already. I will check back in with you a little bit later with some updates. Remember when this was completely full at the bottom? I never knew this, but lettuce can grow tall. If you look over here, this lettuce is, you know, decently sized, but if you take a look, it's kind of growing long, and not gonna lie, most of my lettuces were growing super tall. Like, it was going this way as opposed to going widthways that you typically see lettuce balls in the grocery. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm saying, but I had to get rid of a ton of lettuce and sort of just snip it where it is. All of that is in the fridge now, and it's looking a lot cleaner. Look at that little red one. The birds are chirping and it just sounds so nice and peaceful outside. I don't know if you can hear them, but I'm just chilling in my kitchen. I'm on my lunch break right now. It's just so weird when you return back from work after, say, a long weekend or like a vacation or something, and you're working from home, so it's kind of like you just get up and go to this particular space in your living situation and just have to work all day long. It's a bizarre feeling, but I guess there are gonna be days that are, I don't know, weird. Yeah, today is pretty chill in terms of my lunch break. I know I am always doing something during my lunch break for either the blog or YouTube, which I'm doing right now. And I'm usually juggling like a million things all at the same time, but luckily this week is a little low-key compared to other weeks. Bless for that. I needed it for sure. I've been kind of thinking about my 2021 goals almost, and I set a lot of goals for this year, not because I'm ambitious and I think that I'm gonna get all of these things done, but I kind of want 2021 to feel more purposeful or fulfilling, and sort of spending my days with intention and doing things that, I don't know, benefit me in some kind of way. I don't know. I kind of don't want to aimlessly go throughout the year and sort of drop off into these ruts that I usually find myself in. I'm not going to go into all of my goals and be annoying. I actually talked a lot about my big goals on my Patreon. I did like a whole post about it and how I plan on approaching my goals. If that's something that's interesting to you, you can always check that out. I have a lot of these mini goals that I haven't really shared with anyone. One of those goals that I'm actually having a lot of fun doing, and if goals is a word that kind of stresses you out or overwhelms you, I kind of look at some goals as like hobbies almost, or just random fun things that I'm doing throughout my day with a little bit of intention behind it. I don't know. Does that make sense? Having hobbies with intentions can low-key be goals. I think that sounds valid to me. But one of those things that I'm having a lot of fun doing is learning German. I know this is gonna sound so random, like where did you come from with that? But I was watching this show on Netflix. It's called Dark, and it's a German TV show, or a German Netflix show, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend if you have Netflix and like thrillers and sci-fi and time travel type situations. But that show really piqued my interest in the German language. I do not know why, I just find it so fascinating. And so a couple of weeks ago, I downloaded Duolingo, and I'm sure I don't need to explain what Duolingo is, but I downloaded it. I set up an account to learn German just for casual sake, and I've been doing a lesson every single day. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I'm not putting pressure on myself, which I think is a huge important thing about these little goals or hobbies with intentions, if we want to call it that. The intent of learning the German is just for pure interest and curiosity, and if I end up being fluent in it down the road, that's fantastic. But you know, I think I'm just having fun and enjoying something and not making a task out of this goal. You know what I mean? And I think personally it's been a good way of lessening the pressure on myself for wanting to do things and learn things. Yeah, I don't know if that made sense, but German, here we are. Another one of like my hobbies with intentions is to exercise more and move my body more. It's probably better for me to move my body every single day, or at least majority of the week, as opposed to getting up, moving from one room to the next, and just sitting and doing work all day long. And so I'm trying to start by exercising or moving my body 3 times a week, work week. So 3 out of the 5 days that I'm home. Of course, on the weekend, that's when I actually leave my apartment and do things, so I'm good on that note. I've been enjoying yoga with Adrian. I love Blogilates. Those are our 2 go-tos. Cue in my fridge. I'm gonna stop yapping, but hobbies with intentions. Wow, what a day. Back to work. When I'm recording today's vlog, which goes up on Friday, it's actually Tuesday. It was my first day back to work after a long weekend, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned that already. So you can see the progression of my mind throughout this day. I just wanted to come in and close it off, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about, very quickly, learning to share more and be a little bit more comfortable with me and my space and this space, just being able to share more and share more of me in particular. And the reason why I bring this up is because as you know, piesnprose is a part-time job for me at the moment, and I am working on making it full-time. And so through that, I kind of asked my audience for some feedback, you know, some fun things, pros and cons of what they like from me and my content. And I was actually shocked to find out that the number one piece of critical feedback is that people want to know more about me and my personal life and just general things that are going on in my life. It was kind of confusing, and it was kind of a shock because I feel like I'm on the internet every single day. I post every day. I assume that I'm just sharing myself every day, and in a way I am sharing myself every day, but I don't share some details about me. It's more so like, oh, I'm working on a blog post, or I'm working on a YouTube video, I'm working on Patreon, and that's the majority of it. I've come to find out that people just want to know how I'm doing, you know, just day-to-day things, and that makes a lot of sense to me because, of course, when I watch other YouTubers or if I follow somebody on Instagram, I really connect with those who share a bit of them with me, and I feel like I know them or I can be great friends with them, whether it be in real life or not. That's a huge point of connection for me as well. It makes total sense. I'm doing my attempt here. I didn't want to focus on what the next blog post is or what the next Patreon post is, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what's actually going on in my life right now. I guess this is my small step in the direction of sharing a little bit more about me. This is something that I'm going to be working on in 2021. Just kind of be more chill and not constantly talking about work. I know a lot of people are interested in the behind the scenes of doing content creation, but other people just want to know what I'm doing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did,
It would really mean a lot if you liked it or sent a comment saying that you found it interesting or subscribed. It's like an indicator. It's like a bing bing bing, you did well on this video. I guess this is me signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.